Hey everybody, welcome back to some more war game. This time around USA Mechanized, all about those Bradleys and Bushmasters, and of course, because people will ask for it if I don't use them, the Ontas. Why US Mech? Why not? It's one of the weaker US coalitions. US, you almost always want to play unspec, mainly really because of their infantry choices. Their infantry itself is not really bad. It's not top tier either, right? Especially infantry AT wise. It's not that great. It's certainly on the lower end. You don't really have anything high IP other than arguably small. And the small are great, but if you only get them on 5-man squads and they're only available in the Marine spec, you know, eh. Because the thing is, no matter what deck you play, really, it does not matter which deck, you will need infantry and you will have to rely on infantry in one way or another. Even if you're playing armored, you will need infantry to fill those towns, to fill those gaps, to meat shield, to get optics. Infantry is, again, no matter what spec you play, just the center of wargame. Um, and I'm not gonna go too deep into that, but despite everything, I feel like it's modeled. Well, not necessarily modeled, but gameplay wise, I actually find infantry is not that bad. Given the amount of infantry you have on the field, I feel like they are quote unquote deep enough. They're not particularly deep, gameplay wise, there's not too much to them. But there's some small things here and there, right? Like not being able to fire their MG and their T weapon at the same time. But outside, there's not that much that you can do, meaning that they're not really that micro intensive, even though sometimes people think they are, right? Imagine you had like quad stack after quad stack on the field, and there was like a bunch of grenades you had to fire position, etc., etc. Just doesn't fit wargame simply because of the scale and the amount of infantry you have. And yet at the same time, infantry being so cheap, which me allows you to field so many of them, means you can be aggressive with them and you can sacrifice them sometimes. Realistic? Probably not. For gameplay, I think it's very good. Either way, what I want to get at is all of their non-lines are specialized. They're either Modo or Airborne in the form of Light Riflemen, or the Marines in forms of Marines or small. Now, maybe they should have a second squad of shock infantry, which they don't have, which many other nations actually do. Despite being essentially a major nation, US does not. They don't really need it, but I agree with the, I won't say concept, but more specs should be viable. US is a top tier deck, but their specs kind of suffer. The problem is though, how would you give the specs or make the specs better without buffing US unspec out of the wazoo, right? It's not that easy to do, but at the end of the day, that ship has sailed. Now back to the actual deck though. It's all about the Bradleys. Bushmaster is not really the greatest autocannon, but you get those high veteran tow launchers. That's really sick. And that's really what this deck is about. Now, hopefully, we won't get hell in a very small place. Yeah, despite being a mech deck, it's probably one of the worst maps. Maybe not as bad as Punch Bowl or Nuclear Winter, but I think something like Plunging, Mud Fight, Paddy Fields, those are probably the decks you want to get. Sorry, the maps you want to get. And yeah. Other than that, no crazy choices here, I think. Uh, yeah, we don't really need fire support in the tank tab. We have CSs, we have on-tossers. Even if the Bradleys aren't great, we will field many of them, and many bad autocannons are still, many autocannons are still not that bad. They're still not useless, far from it. And yeah, as ever, I shall see you in a second once we find a ranked game. Of course, we get the accept that I don't want. But as I've also said, it could be worse. It could be worse. Also, hold on, let me better check some stuff. Okay, okay. Greetings, traveler. Potion seller. I need your strongest potions. You can't handle my strongest potions, traveler. Right, what's our plan? Can't really make great use of the Bushmaster, sorry, toes, but I guess this could kind of work. Let's get some toe twos here. That's some line of sight over there. We have some form of, yeah. I think it's got the rifleman. I don't really need that. I can't talk. I don't really need stingers over there. Um, yeah, we want to defend this, and that. I don't think we can really go for Charlie. This is not a deck that is good at that. You want like strong, high to super high tanks, like high tier tanks to super heavies. OBR89s, T72S, 2A4s, that kind of deal. It's what I prefer at least. Yeah. Expensive Bradley, not a fan of this map. Again, all these short ranges. Gonna make it difficult to actually make use of it. It's this for that part of the map. Also would love some 80 gem infantry, but oh well. Could at the end of the day put a Bradley there, but I like some basic Bradleys on over there in the Ranger squad. Basic toes, while they're not great, it's not like they're useless. They have good accuracy and still like double tap other IOVs and the like. Alright, I put the V150 out of this deck. Now I wish I didn't. Or I hadn't. Let's also make some M8 AGS usage, huh? Put some ITOs. Although the extra armor on that M2A2 is pretty nice as well. In all honesty. Pretty interesting opener, I have to say. This, yeah, 25. Alright, good luck, fun. Wish I had a second CV, but I don't know. I don't play this deck often enough, and it's not as in certain areas strong as other mech decks, so I feel like it is more difficult to do a like light opener that allows you to get a second CV. On top of course, this deck having a fob. Why does it have a fob? Mainly because toe-twos are expensive. Why did I say it like this? I don't know. Alright, let's place you like there. This seems to be a good spot. Razzmann squad here. There's a YPR. Doesn't tell us anything about... Okay, it's unspec. One shot. Yeah. Ooh. Never underestimate the huge range on that honk. Also, I have nothing for here, which is honestly not great. Oh, those are some 2A4s. Holy moly. In hindsight, this is a bit too far off, honestly. So let's get him water. Move up there. Look at the labs go. Other one unfortunately was blocked by the buildings. Let's not get a Jeep CV. Let's not save on that. Get a proper one. I mean, proper is relative, but you get the idea. Put you into cover. Let's not leave you out in the open. I don't want them to sniped or anything. You thought Razzmann spam was bad, annoying, disgusting, cheesy. You're in for a whole new world. For a whole new experience. Let's not be stingy on that base defense against Willibald Joachim von Merkatz. Willibald Joachim von Merkatz. I sincerely hope that's not some kind of Nazi. I don't know why I added the some kind, as if like any kind is acceptable. I guess it depends on who you ask. Not if you ask me though. Yeah, 224 on Elton, it's 290 points. Tiger, it's another 140 points. Quite an investment. Also, they got shot at, presumably when they crossed like the gap there between the forests. It's presumably a Milan. Let's keep you up there, otherwise this little mountain might block line of sight. Can be annoying. Of course, it's also a bit more dangerous. They're canning, yep. Also relatively expensive, so it explains why there was so little infantry here. Oh, look at him go! Goodbye, folks. Oh, that's an MX-13. This is it's a Gepard. Also, I have this in the deck. I do like me some M109 spam. You will miss the Maru 2. Let's get you a bit back. Maru 2's actually eat you for breakfast. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm gonna try to cross anything with those. I'm also gonna keep those here, I think. Having no... I could have put in... I forgot, man. Could have put in some cavalry scouts. They're not amazing, but still would have been something. Oh, that's a dead 2A4 now. Tanked a few too many 84s right there. Let's help you out a bit. Damn, that single KCT is actually wrecking me. Oh, okay, MADGS is helping out there. Oh, you missed both? I thought oh my, that's so off target. Come on, that's the other 2A4. Itos, go! Kaboom! What can the infantry do for you, sir? You stop. You no, not you. The other one, this one. Also split you up in case there's counter battery or some shit so that they don't all bunched up. Just like you came out of... I get into this. It's just disgusting. I just imagine someone giving birth to an artillery. God. No, I'm the one who's getting RD'd. How dare they? That's like an... must be like an M109. Yeah. The high-end one giving her the fire. Nice. Pull you back, pull you back, pull you back. You're panicking shit. That's a nice shot. You know, in hindsight, of course, I could have taken the duel given that I missed, but I'm usually not the most risky player out there when it comes to like being aggressive with my units and such. Oop-de-doo. Most of the time. Unless, you know, I'm in a winning position and I start throwing my games. But sometimes I just do better with worse decks, which is weird. But I've went into this before. It's probably like a mental thing sometimes. Oh yeah, there's the Sotorp in there, right? We spotted them earlier. You know what? I should try to preserve those. They're cheap, but not that cheap. Also pull you back before they cross and just bully me with their 84s. You can stay there. Speaking of preserving, let's preserve you. I haven't used any Antas, and I'm pretty sure people are already crying for them right now, so let's give them what they want. Honestly, it's been a while that I've seen like Razzmann 90s or like actually out of 84 ammo. Usually they just die before that happens. Because, you know, for one, they aren't that great against infantry, and not as great against vehicle compared to other infantry. But they're also slow, right? So it's usually harder to get them out of troublesome situations. Give you a shot or a salvo. Oh yeah, I haven't even bought any planes yet. You know what? I should buy a plane and have it circle here before I get cheesed by tigers or the like. Put some stingers down, maybe. Oh, you're not gonna win that. Sure about that. Let's put you a bit further back. Oh, that's a YPR. Oh, from KCT. Either the new ones or yet another new squad. It's of course not easy to tell for us. Or hell of a little. Oh, that's some nice line of sight. Yo, you really get some of these things. You just get. Oh, yep, it's a new squad. All right, AGS is out of there. Bradley's out of there. Let's get some Delta Force. They're not amazing, but they're still elite. Alright, let's pull you away. Shift and load, and then shift there, and then shift here. Alright. Get you a bit ahead of that M113, so that they are engaged by infantry first. The M113 second. Thus might live to fight another day. Place you like there. And you know what? Get another Kiowa. We're ticking, which is always nice to see. Actually get some line of sight on where the volcanic was again. It's just barely out of the forest. Now it's gonna aim, and there it is. Right. Listen. Oh yeah, that's the AMX-13 that we spotted a while ago. Now, as far as I understand, once they start aiming, they keep the corrected shot, but I'll be honest, I checked that like once, and then I never bothered to test it again. I think that's how it works. But I couldn't guarantee it. My Stinger! Let's not bother with another one, let's just get like a pivots here, some mobile. Ugh! Mobile A, that's another volcanic. It's pretty ballsy position for a volcanic though. Oh, you're in for a surprise, Mr. Olde Nordkamp. Both of you dealt some damage, or two of you dealt some damage. Although, given that you have a low base cost, that XP means basically you killed a 5-pointer or something. You just move. You also honestly keep moving. They got some... yeah, they're shaken. So I am actually faster than they are. While calm, at least. Now they're panicked. I don't have the best stabilizer, but 33% is not nothing. Don't have an infantry CV because the only transport we get with them is the M35, and I want that for my rangers, in case you're wondering. Oh boy. Yep, that's gonna hurt. That's 10-second aim time for you. Honestly, next up, get like a salvo in here. Ouch. I don't really need to push, but I want to push. I never understood that voice line. What did they just say? At your service, sir. But that
Set a new observation post there. Yes, sir.
stupid cooldown for voice lines.
Yes, sir.
Nope, that's not the one I mean. Was it a transport voice line? I don't know.
If the enemy is in range,
Where is the 204? Maybe he just took a bit too long to repair it. Oh, that's a martyr. That's rare can. My guy loves rare cannings, huh? Well, it could also be Milady.
speed up, driver. We're in a hurry.
My guy. Monsieur.
We'll get a better look from there.
Mister. Hello, corpse. Oh, you're gonna be corpses soon. Look, you might be better than the other of us, but you're still getting 2v1 by a different elite squad, so you're getting wrecked. Plus, I come in elite, you don't. Elite veteran seat it is.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle. Platoon is formed and ready.
What was this? This unit is formed in red? I don't know, man.
Sir, yes, sir.
I understood that one.
Yes, sir.
I understood that one too. Yeah, that Verkenning is running away.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
There's a 2-4 now. I don't know if that's the same one from earlier.
Trouble.
Get like a double stack of M1A1s up there. I don't really have any. Those are new core marines, alright, so they clearly gave up this part of the map from what I could tell.
Take my word.
It's hard to push though with AGSs. Someone didn't pay attention that I turned off my MG. Took some damage to Verkenning.
We're sweeping this area.
It's because of base Bradley spam. Those Ontos up there. Oh shit! Was it a peace rain? That's an F4. I think that was a peace rain. What was it going for?
Missile in firing position, sir.
Move these Bradleys up as well. On CDAGS, I kind of like they're just in a defensive position.
You don't want to know our methods.
Alright, that force is gonna be lost.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why I turned the weapons off. Oh, let's get you down there.
Missile in firing position, sir.
Actually, fire in there.
Are you talking to me?
Vehicles are. Get the Kiowa up.
Break's over, folks. We're moving again.
Get some good line of sight though. As long as I don't miss getting flanked by something. Let's split you up.
Wilco.
You in there to repair those Delta Force.
Trouble.
Or Marina.
Someone called for a cab? Customers for a taxi route.
Oh boy.
Got something for me?
Those are lines though, so they're not too fast.
Not my one. Who do you want as the transport? The enemy is in range, so are we.
Let's just drive you over there. I think it's safe enough right now.
We arrive.
Oh, that's a nice stun on the 2A4. You know, being able to fire fast or after a short amount of aiming is great and all, but oh boy. So is the sheer volume of 3 howitzers that deal the same amount of damage per hit, by the way. It's just they're obviously a lot less accurate. But the per minute rate of fire is not. Oh, that's such a nice. It's not even that much worse. because I have a longer salvo. Plus, even the high-end howitzers have to reload for 30 seconds between salvos. Every howitzer has to, right? I think the very yeah. Um, so if you have only 3 shots in a salvo, like an Ace 90, right? Sure, you shoot those 3 shots really quickly, but then you have to reload for 30 seconds, right? After just 6 seconds of firing, because assuming ignoring aim time and the first one coming out instantly, you reload twice for 3 seconds. You fired 3 shots, but 3 seconds in between, and you fire and you reload for 30 seconds. It's pretty. It's like less than 6 shots a minute, not accounting for aiming. Or assuming that you always aim while you're reloading, then technically only the first aim time counts, right? But then if we have like the M109, the basic one, which fires like, don't let me lie, don't force me to lie. Just try to use a German expression in. Is it 10 rounds per salvo with like 10 seconds in between or something like that? It's 7 rounds per salvo with 10 seconds in between, right? That's with a 30-second aim time and 30-second reload time, which means that also, assuming that you always aim immediately while reloading, you practically fire 6 rounds a minute as well, right? Which means you basically have a very similar rate of fire. So don't underestimate these M109s for sustained fire. Like for 50 points, the same damage as that's the exact same damage, right? It shows on a unit card as well. Nothing here is like a lie, unlike with some other weapons. But this is the exact same. Dispersion is worse, sure. Range is worse. That definitely can be annoying on bigger maps like highway or nuclear, right? Don't let me tell you that this is a worthless net. Range scaling is not a thing for howitzers, by the way. It's only for MLRS systems. But the MLRS systems don't get corrected shot, which I think is an interesting mechanic. But yeah, don't underestimate these little frickers. And usually they're especially, of course, as you might very well know, stuff like the M108, right, which has like a lot of ammo, so you barely have to reload it. I think South Korea also is like an interesting one, or is it Japan? Yeah, 42 shots with the 155, right, which is very similar to an M109, but has more range and basically the same rate of fire for 10 points more, but you gain 14 rounds, which is nice. So yeah, don't underestimate these little figures. Either way, it's a short one. It was a pretty straightforward game. Still, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.